Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. We have a very special guest tonight. Please welcome for the first time on the podcast, the producer of the Bad Friends podcast, Fancy B.
Yay. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Thanks for finally coming, man.
My pleasure.
I really, I respect just your professionalism. First things first, because I was did we have fun on the Bad Friends podcast, the Korean edition?
No, of course. Korean takeover.
What's the feedback on that like?
I think people like the craziness that you bring to the show.
His mic is what? In his face?
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
worries.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, we good? Let's 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, back. So the energy, there for the Korean edition, Bad Friends with Dumbfounded, Peter Kim, me, and Bobby Lee.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went really well. I think people appreciate the craziness you bring to the pod, and with you and Bobby, a lot of people love that.
How did you deal with the nudity and the gay things that we did?
Right. So I'm not used to
Doing that?
doing
Okay,
that.
Yeah.
So we have to blur everything, for YouTube, but it was fun. It was fun.
Now, let me ask you this, just playing devil's advocate. If we would have done the Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill, yeah. I was rooting for the Buffalo Bill.
What would have happened?
I mean,
is that 2 million views or what, brother?
Bro, yeah.
Is that 2 million? Because I know it's going to reach 1 million, brother. Right?
Not
That's going to
sure.
be 1 million, dude. It's 500,000 now.
It is 500,000 now.
It's gonna, dude. But if we did the Buffalo Bill,
you think that's what you and Bobby naked is what's bringing the views?
I mean, don't you think people would want to see that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen already too much of that. So
Wait. What do you mean by that?
I don't know if I told you how I met Bobby, but
Go ahead, dude.
so
The floor is yours.
Well, I met Bobby before this, but my first encounter after lots of years after we worked together on a sketch at Maker Studios, I went to his house. So he saw me there. He took his pants off. He took his clothes off.
Well, on Beechwood?
Yeah, and he approached me. He started smoking really, really, really close to me to see if I would flinch. Completely naked, and that was kind of my job interview with him.
Did you see his down there?
I saw everything.
Everything was raw?
Everything was raw.
Now, let me ask you this. Were you impressed or unimpressed?
With
the girth or just the size of it all?
I think, for what I thought the Asian stereotype was, I was pretty
really
impressed.
think about your next... Yeah, go think about it, then say it. Go ahead. The Asian
I was
stereotype?
impressed. I was going to say I was impressed.
Dude, let's just be honest here. It was that, wasn't it?
A little longer.
It was a little longer. So, dude, that was love to Bob. That was love to my brother.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the colorization. Was it dark?
It was dark.
It was really dark.
It was
huh?
dark.
Almost like purple, huh?
It was, yeah. Have you
He's
used
my
to,
brother,
right.
dude. Of course, dude. We got
That's
beef jerky
what brothers do.
colorization.
Right.
Beef jerky all day.
Are you in the same color scheme?
Yeah, and I think that's due to our father, rest in peace, Pops. Because he used to beat us down when we were kids, and a lot of the beat downs happened when you woke him up from a nap, or he didn't have enough beers, and he would attack clothed and naked too. He was just a Tasmanian Korean devil.
Yeah.
And so I remember as a kid looking down there, I'm like, whoa, it's like dark and shriveled up. But
you inherited.
Yeah, I think I inherited. Wait. Are you talking about the genes of that
Yes.
nature?
Yeah.
I think so. I think so. A little bit.
Right.
Now, oh, congratulations on fatherhood, by the way.
Thank
too.
you.
I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
I was hanging out afterwards on set, and I noticed the ad reads and my brother's horrible, unenthusiastic attitude doing the ad reads, brother.
Tell me about
How
it.
do we? Yeah, and this is because think of this as therapy because I fell for you, man,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking because I'm sitting there. I know you guys are highly successful, but the way he was just, dude, you got it. We're done. You know, it's like
Right.
how do advertisers even cope with that?
I mean, to be honest, and you guys do a good job at Scissor Bros, you and Jeremiah doing.
We do characters and
doing
put
all
on
that.
wigs.
But in terms of energy, I think Bobby and Andrew do a really good job. But sometimes when we have to, I mean, Andrew's out of town, so we have to do tons of ads. And sometimes, like, Bobby gets a little cranky with it.
Dude, this is what he did.
But
This
yeah.
is what he did. Hey guys, better help and make sure you get. And he's not even enunciating. Better help. You know, it's for free therapy. We got it. He does that, right? We got it.
He
We
does
got it.
that, and then he fights with me a little bit, but then he repeats it, and then he puts all the energy, and then eventually we get it.
They're putting money in your guys' pocket. This is, you know, it's a part of.
He's, I think he has.
You know what I'm saying?
The true character of an artist, and he doesn't care much about anything else than just being, you know, when he's on, he's on,
Yeah.
and then after that, he just doesn't want to be a part of it.
Can I propose something, brother?
Yeah.
And this is just, I'm just throwing things out there, brother.
Yeah.
Let me fill in for him, you know?
Yeah.
Let's talk it. I'll talk to Andrew. And no. I'm just coming up with this stuff.
Yeah. Just
Because I'll give you 100% commitment,
right.
100% great attitude.
Yeah.
I'll bring wigs, whatever you need, brother. I'll memorize the script. Okay? Who do I need to talk to?
Oof. That's
No. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with denial and rejection. Let's talk it out, man.
Okay.
Go
So,
ahead.
I don't want to be harsh, but Bobby has, you know, as annoying as he is, and believe me, I've been working with him for a long time, so he can be annoying. He has something special. He's very charismatic. And
I got characters too. You just haven't seen it, brother.
yeah,
I will have it memorized. Does he memorize the script?
he doesn't need to. He comes up with the script in the moment.
Okay, keep going. Who do I need to convince? Andrew? Like,
I
how
think
big?
you need to convince Andrew. I'm down to see
But are you open to it at least?
I'm open. Yeah, always.
Okay, so how would you, if you were me, how would I propose it to Santino?
I don't know. Do you want to call him up? He's in Australia right now shooting a movie, but for you, probably he'll pick up.
Let him have his
His moment?
he has a moment right now. Is it a movie?
Yeah.
I don't want to bother him on set. Okay,
Okay.
he's doing big things.
You just failed
I'm
the
saying
test.
okay, my second proposal is this because I had such a good time on doing the thing. You know, people like seeing it. We are brothers, right?
You guys are brothers.
What if I propose this?
Yeah.
And you might be more open to this.
Okay.
Can I fill in maybe every other month if you guys are short of guests, and I'll fill in for Andrew or whatever you need. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
So that's why I'm here?
No.
Are you pitching?
No. I'm not
Is
pitching
this an
anything. Hey, I
entrapment?
brought up the script thing, but I'm just saying, dude, let's just, because you guys, I love Scissor Bros, but that's helping us too,
Right.
I do that. I go back on there. What do you think?
Well, for a while you kind of betrayed us and went to the king and the sting for a long time, and I always
we
say.
don't have to bring that up. We don't,
So I think
What
those
did you-
ones run.
But you guys didn't. Did I leave bad friends? You guys didn't propose nothing.
Well, we just went with the anime.
It's just all went with the other camp.
Right.
Oh,
So
but
now-
this is before the pre-drum, all that stuff, brother.
Right.
I'm not a fortune teller. Who would have known that would have happened, man?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Oh, so that was it. That was the last straw.
Yeah, I think your ban. No, not really.
No. Come on, dude. Blood is
not
blood.
really. I think our audience loves you, the energy that you bring with Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
So
Keep going, keep going.
yeah, I'll tell directly. Yeah,
Mhm,
people
mhm.
love
They
Steebee.
love the energy.
So-
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, it's fun.
It brings
So-
a different element of silliness, doesn't
yeah.
it?
So and every time you come, like there's a new
Vibe.
energy, a new
Yeah.
vibe. So yeah, we'll keep having you for sure.
That's all dude. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for the moon and the stars.
Okay.
Once in a while,
Yeah.
Once in a while.
For sure.
Because I know how hard is it, and this is my next topic, because I get frustrated here. How hard is it booking guests and having them follow through?
So the great thing about Bad Friends, and that's why when I started producing it, was kind of like the magic ingredient was that we didn't need guests. Like Tiger Belly is like a guest-driven show, but Bad Friends was just the two of them together.
Banter.
I think it was like lighting in a bottle. I've seen a lot of combinations of comics, but they two together work really, really well. It's like kind of like opposites in a way that they complement each other. So we usually don't do guests. I don't like doing guests because then we become a guest-driven show, and booking guests is really complicated. And we only bring someone when, to fill in for one of the two when they're shooting movies or TV shows or things like that.
Do you only get comedians and actors and stuff? Or?
Mostly
Why
comedians.
is that?
I think because it is a comedy show, and we need someone who can go head to head with one of the two.
So you need the X factor, some kind of loose
Right.
cannon.
Yes, exactly.
My next question is this: How do you find that loose cannon X factor type?
It's difficult because we usually go for like bigger names that already have a kind of
Give me an example, like the Bill Burrs and Jim
yeah,
Carrey's.
yeah, no Jim Carrey, but like definitely someone who works in the sphere of Bobby or Andrew. So
what are some dream guests that you haven't had but you would love to see on there?
I would love to see Bill Burr there, like Tim Dillon.
I'm surprised he hasn't done it. Why aren't they in the same kind of
it's
community?
like honestly, it hasn't happened. We haven't asked him yet either because we have not had that moment. Andrew left like suddenly, and we wanted to do. It was an opportunity to bring you all in.
Yeah, right.
We had this idea for a while. Whenever Bobby's alone, we wanted to do a Korean episode, and I thought
absolutely.
it was really
We
fun.
had fun, dude. We had
so
fun.
the next time around, we'll come up with another concept like that. Yeah.
What about this? What if they're not a quote unquote comedian, but they have comedy chops? Let me give you an example. What if Brad Pitt reached out to you guys and he said,
I would
really
be open to have Brad Pitt.
So you would say yes to Brad Pitt?
I would say yes to Brad Pitt, yes.
Okay, can I throw another
Yeah.
curveball?
Yeah, can you get me his-
Leonardo DiCaprio?
For sure.
Do you want me to hit him up?
Yeah, please.
Okay. What about Mark Wahlberg, the good old Marky Mark?
Yeah, I feel like the reality, I have no idea how those guests would play on for our audience, and then, but for sure we would love to have like movie stars.
Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Bill Murray?
Anyone, yeah, on that list. You can become a producer if you
Dude,
can get us
no,
those
what-
names. You can.
Okay,
hire.
so wait, you're proposing? Is this an interview now for
No,
a job
that's
for
it.
Bad Friends?
Exactly. If you
So
get me
what's
any
the deal? Well, what's the quote? Well, what do I need to do? What's the
get me-
guidelines?
You get me any of those guests and you're hired.
Okay, so if I get Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Bill Murray, Jim Carrey, what else? What? Marky
Wahlberg.
Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg,
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal,
You can. Yes.
any of those?
Any of those.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
What about the good old handsome Tom Hardy?
Absolutely.
Okay, out of all those people that I mentioned, what would be the one that trumps the rest?
I mean, for me, I think would be Jim Carrey.
I knew you were gonna say that. I already have the producer mind.
Yes.
I already think when I ask him this, he's gonna say this.
Also, it is
So Jim
Andrew's
Yeah.
hero, and so it'll be so
Okay,
cool
let's
to
play
have
that
him.
out though. Jim
Yeah.
Carrey says yes.
Yeah.
Would you be, because he's an artist?
Yeah.
Would you do a segment where you let him do a canvas paint, a live Bad Friends painting on air?
Yeah, I don't know how crazy Jim Carrey would go on Bad Friends, and if he will come in with his, which Jim Carrey would we have, but absolutely, I would be open to do whatever.
Now, how long have you been? Like, hold up, I'm kind of skipping steps.
Right.
What was the criteria for you to get the job to be the producer of Bad Friends? Who was your competition? Direct competition.
So honestly, it happened all by chance. I was shooting an action movie in Budapest. in February of 2020. The pandemic hit. The movie got shut down.
Do you want? We don't have to say the title of the movie, right?
Well, the movie never happened.
Okay, what was the title of it?
It was called Trunk, and it was like an action movie, like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, yeah.
style.
Who are the main actors in it?
So we had a big actor from Spain called Mario Casas.
Was he? What else has he
He's
been in?
He's in a lot of movies if you Google him, but all in the Spanish movies. This would have been his first American role.
Do you speak full Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Spanish.
Yeah,
If you didn't notice, that's my
It's
first
very-
language.
From Spain, like Madrid,
Spain.
from Madrid.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
from Santiago de Compostela,
okay.
which is a
And then
smaller
because
town, but-
you follow La Liga at all? Or?
yeah, of course.
Okay, so Barcelona or Real Madrid there?
Real Madrid.
Okay.
I'm the odd one here.
Who's
in
your
the
favorite
US.
player from Real Madrid right now? Karim Benzema, you like?
I mean, yes, for sure. For sure.
Because
I
you know,
mean,
me and Bob, we're Arsenal fans.
You guys are
Yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah.
I know.
You know, but I follow
You
all
follow
of the leagues. Yeah.
I mean, I was a huge Cristiano Ronaldo fan, and like
How
in that
handsome.
era.
Oh, dude, would you have Cristiano on Bad Friends?
Yes, I think Bobby would like that.
Dude, the internet would melt. The hearts would melt.
Yeah,
'cause of-
I don't know
'cause
if he could keep up. I don't think he's witty that way.
Yeah.
But
You think he's handsome?
yeah, he's handsome.
You think he's one of the most handsome men in the world?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do people think? Do they? Because a lot of people, even on Scissor Bros, they're thinking that I'm bisexual, but I'm not. I'm straight. But do
Right.
they? Because I do a lot of. I do
Yeah.
a lot of gay things.
I would imagine why people think that.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think both Bobby and you like are
We
very
do.
playful.
As
going
far
on
as what, like the
other-
butthole
the-
stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
But
Crossing that line.
but you see over there my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful. That's the prettiest woman in Los Angeles County, right?
For all I know, she could be
she's
an actor that
she's
you
a
just
looker,
hired
right?
for this.
But she's a looker, right?
Yes.
Look at her. Look at that.
Yes.
I mean, come on, dude.
Beautiful.
It's all for
But
show.
I don't know if she's been hired to,
That's
to be
just
here.
the love of my life. That's my future wife right there, dude.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's blushing. But okay, so back to
So yeah, I was shooting a movie. The movie got shut down. I came back to the US. I was pretty depressed with nothing to do. And at that moment, Bobby had decided to start a new podcast with Andrew. George was producing it, and he had his hands full. And George and I go, we went to film school together. So
really, I didn't know that.
we knew each other from back in 2006 in
a
New
maker.
York. And I work at Maker with both of them, with Bobby and George. So he asked me, hey, would you want to produce a podcast? I didn't really know, much about podcasts, but I had nothing else to do. So I went on. And at that time, we were in that small space, we only had 3 cameras. But I met Andrew there the first day I started speaking. Andrew laughs a lot. He loves my accent. So next day he brings me news to read. And that's how my character began, and we put a camera there. So it all happened. A lot of people ask me, how did you get that job? But it was pretty much like coincidental. It was like,
Wow. So it was by chance.
by
and
chance.
It was
at
fate.
all.
It was fate.
Yes.
And then the first interaction with Bob was Bobby was he got naked.
Well, that was that was they were putting the new Tiger Belly studio in his garage, so I was helping them out, and so he saw me and did that, and that's done. So yeah, that's how we.
And so congratulations,
friends.
you're doing seminars like workshops, right?
Yeah. So one thing that I realized, and I don't know if you are, maybe because you are doing everything yourself.
Well,
here,
I
right?
edit.
Like,
I do everything.
right.
Yeah.
There is not that many people who knows how to do these things.
You have to.
And
It's just
every time we try to find a producer, it's a pain because it's either the people who are already doing bigger things or the people don't have the skills. So I decided to create a little seminar, and a lot of students, a lot of people are interested in this podcast and new media world. So we wanted to give them the tools to be
Apply,
a podcast producers
to
and
apply,
that,
yeah.
and that way, like when we need people, there is like a little bit of a pool of people there.
Right. Now,
So
what
it's
are some
fun.
of the skill sets that you teach in these workshops?
So we're doing a 1 week seminar where it's a little bit of an overview where we talk about a little bit about everything from concept to producing, post-production, editing, all of that stuff, uploading and marketing, social media. But then we're doing like a 3-week course in the summer where we're actually shooting and everybody shoots at
hands-on,
them.
hands-on.
Yes.
Right.
Because I have taught filmmaking for a long time, and I love teaching. So
Right,
this is
right.
like an adaptation
Of that.
to
Yeah.
to specifically podcasts. So
When
it's
is
pretty
these
fun.
workshops? Don't you have one coming up?
Yeah, one is in April.
Can we plug it real quick,
Absolutely,
dude?
yeah.
Go ahead,
If
dude.
anyone
Go ahead.
is curious and interested, they can go to 7x.net and learn more about those both of those courses. One is in April and the other one is in August.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
how much to attend?
So I think it's $1,700 to attend.
Whoa, dude!
I know, because we bring a lot of people together. We have a lot of equipment.
But
to play
you
with.
guys are doing big. You're right. That's a good price. I'm
So-
sorry.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not for
Do
everybody.
you guys offer lunch or beverages?
Yes, we do lunch. We do a lot of
Yoga or something, right?
breakfast,
Yeah, breakfast, right?
waters.
You got
Yeah,
canned coffee and stuff.
Yeah, and we go into different studios. There's a lot of people involved in this.
That's good. That's
so
good.
it's-
That's a
it's
positive
fun-
thing.
Yeah.
Now, my next question is this: what do you think the most important aspect of podcasting is, as far as marketing wise? Is it social media? Is it
Yeah, definitely.
ads or
I feel like the audience is mostly on social media these days. I don't think, unless there's especially in our sphere, I think, like, I don't know, if there's an Obama podcast, there might be, in more traditional media that advertising. But for us, it's definitely social media. And I think the most important thing is going to other podcasts. I think that's what people are doing that translates well. So, like,
you mean doing the whole
The
whole run of doing other people's podcasts
Right.
to promote your podcast?
your podcast, and that exchange.
Right.
That is I think that's the biggest thing that I found that works well is like, to enlarge your audience. You go to this podcast, and then that person will come to your podcast later on. And
Does
that
Bob and
community
Andrew?
grows.
Oh, Bob does it a lot.
Bobby does it a lot.
Constantly,
Yeah,
didn't he?
he does, and Andrew too. So they constantly promote their thing, and here and there we also have people in our podcast like promoting their
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah.
Now, how? Let me throw in a little curveball too. How? The addition of Jet Ski Johnson. Shout out to the Jet Ski Johnson. Has that kind of helped too, as far as a variety of different energies in there?
Again, like, first of all, this podcast was conceived as a yellow and orange podcast, just the two of them.
The Irish and the Korean.
And then Rudy also happened as a pure accident, and people
But it
probably
worked
know.
out.
It worked out, but it was like, the girl who was living with Bobby at the time, who, was in the same COVID bubble, because at that time we weren't in the room shooting.
Yeah.
So we trained her to, to click record on the cameras, and she was
Yeah,
there just
right.
checking the frame.
Yeah.
And then we would just run off, and then
Might as well
we'll
throw
come
her in
ba-
there. Yeah, and it worked out.
And then they
Yeah.
start talking to her, and she being like, that personality become like something fun.
Yeah.
And then she grew kind of like, she grew up, she's in college. So they like that, having that third person there. But-
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a difficult person, and Jetski Juicy is perfect for that, because she knows exactly how to play with them without trying to do too much.
Because she's a stand-up as well.
She's a
She knows
stand-up.
timing.
Right.
She know all that
She-
improv and all that.
And also steps back and lets them play, and then comes in.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
It's good. Also for the producer too, like, because we are a show where like the producers participate a little bit in the show, but always remembering that you're a secondary character,
Right.
to their dynamic.
Do you know my brother's interest in video games?
Oh yeah.
Because you might have a few hurdles ahead of you, my friend.
I know. Yeah.
Because the Harry Potter game just dropped, my friend.
I saw.
And he's going to be deep
gonna have to
into
go
that
get him
world.
in the cave. Yeah.
How are you going to deal with the Harry Potter thing, man? Do you see his character, his avatar?
Right. I saw.
He's about to nerd out there, dude.
The thing with Bobby and video games, I think that's his kind of like escape and safe place. So 'cause a lot of the times we have tried to maybe make that into some sort of like
Bit.
Exactly, or like
or segment,
podcasting or segment,
yes.
things like that.
Why
But
not? Why haven't you?
because I think that's what his relaxing time is,
That's
playing
his
video
escape,
games. So
yeah.
like we didn't want to make that into a job.
Can you do a thing where there's a hidden camera?
No,
No. Just hear me out, dude.
Right.
Hear me out, because he'll trip out if he knows the camera's in there. He'll be like, dude,
Right.
And then maybe I could help with this. We could get a couple of those, those security cameras that you have
Right.
with the ring cameras.
Ring,
We'll
yeah.
have hidden, and then that way. You could see him in his real element. He's in his boxer shorts on that bean bag, and he's
Right.
doing whatever he does.
People will love that, but I'm
They
not sure
dude,
he
that would be crazy views.
Yeah, and then after that, probably he would freak out and not.
No, you do it. God, how would we get away? Because I'm
You're
trying to
trying to,
think of
like-
it as a producer, because I'm like, it
You just want
fascinates
to
me.
record for a year and then release it later.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
thing. It's a hidden. It would be kind of an espionage, like a hidden camera thing. Espionage, hidden
Yeah.
camera. Would that work?
It would work until he does.
But he doesn't watch his own. Does he watch the episodes?
He doesn't watch the whole thing unless there's some sort of like sensitive topic or things like that. Usually he does too much. He shoots 2 or 3 podcasts a week, so it's a lot of watching. And
I just figured out a cure or
Okay.
a solution.
Yes, tell me.
So you and Santino, you guys discuss it with the other producer guy that I met the night. I forgot his name, nice guy, and
Yeah.
you say, look, because I do a thing called the Steebie's Fart Corner,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and we're still trying to work out the kinks in that, but you do it, you save it for the end, the very end. He ain't gonna tune into the
Like
very
a
end.
tag. At the
Yeah, a
end.
tag at the end where you're like, okay, you guys, Bob's not aware of this. It's time for Bobby's video game, Hogwarts, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
And then, boom, you have a little 10, 15 minute, and that way you don't have to, that's content, man.
Yeah, it is content. It might be some ethical issues doing that.
What do you mean ethical? He's just on a beanbag, smoking
I
cigarettes.
know, but just recording people without their permission.
Damn, yeah, maybe that is a thing, huh? What's a way where we could,
We
I
just
think
could
if
trick
you-
him to sign a release.
well, if you propose it like, dude, we want to do this thing. You don't have to. If you don't like it, let us do it for 2 episodes, okay? If you don't like it, we'll stop. We'll just can it, okay?
To be
But
honest,
yeah.
I've been trying to do a Patreon for Bad Friends for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and the problem is the reason why we haven't done it is because they're so busy. These guys, they're
Mm-hmm.
doing like coordinating their schedules has been insane.
Mm-hmm.
So we have no time to create extra content. So yes, like something like that would work for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
for
I
sure.
don't think he would like it, and I don't think he would give us permission to do that. But yeah, creating any sort of like extra content would be fun for an audience.
I thought of another idea.
Okay, shoot.
I know for a fact because, me and Jeremiah, we butt heads. It's the nature of the game.
Right.
2 bros together around each other all the time, you're going to butt heads, okay?
Yeah.
I know there's some episodes that you guys haven't aired
Mm-hmm.
where they're about to go fisticuffs. I'm talking. Can you add to that?
Yeah, usually once a year I release some stuff that hasn't been aired before. People think that I have like this vault of like content that is just insane, and usually what happens is not that they go so crazy that we don't want to shoot. It's like that, sometimes they don't feel funny, they don't feel that they're at the top of their game
Mm-hmm.
during the show, so they stop and they don't want to shoot it. It's not that they are saying anything profound that we need to that people are. Yeah, there's nothing like that. There's only one episode, but that episode has been deleted.
Why'd you delete it,
went
man?
Crazy. That was like maybe episode 2 that we shot.
Where they fought?
They didn't fight, but they went insane.
Were
The
they
things
calling each other
said.
names?
It was like about everything, and they basically said like these are the lines of what politically correct is, and instead of like towing the line like they usually do,
So there's tension in
they,
the room?
like, went
Yeah.
outside that box
What was the worst fight you've witnessed yourself personally?
with them.
Yeah, the worst thing where you're like, ooh, this is going to be tough.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. They balance each other in a way that when one of them is really pissed, the other one finds a way to like light that moment. And
No, I don't want to hear that. I want to.
know,
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I
know.
want to hear the real fight. Let me ask you again. What's the most intense fight where they're about to wring each other's necks?
Okay,
Think about it.
Look, like
let's not be so positive. Let's add some drama. Let's add some drama into the mix.
Yes, I'll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think like really bad moments.
Yeah, because me and Bob, we've gone there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We've really gone there. You've heard of it? Yeah, I pulled knives on him once. You've
Yes.
heard that story, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah.
yeah.
We haven't had that.
Yeah.
And
everyone was gonna die one night.
Look,
everyone
the worst thing that happened. The worst thing that happened was when we went to Mexico.
Yeah. See that now you're getting real. Go ahead.
We went to Mexico and Bobby had relapsed. And it was a few. So
that hurt me too.
This was in November. He went to rehab in January.
God bless. He's fine. But God bless. He's back
for a couple. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's back and he's super healthy. You can see.
What do you mean by relapse? Was he eating gummies?
But honestly, he walked into his room in Mexico before we even started the show. He opened his bag.
What was in it, man?
It looked like a dispensary.
What was in it, man? Let's name it. List off a few items.
I saw jars of like gummies and like bags of marijuana and like, but the thing is like, this is Mexico, so he had put that stuff in a plane.
Yeah.
Which he was lucky enough that nobody opened that.
Yeah.
Because that stuff is illegal in Mexico.
Oh, what you mean? We mean cannabis?
Yeah, cannabis.
Oh, I thought it was good. I thought we were good here.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
So. And when I saw that, I said, "Oh wow, this is gonna be an interesting trip." And it was hard. It was hard. I had a 2-hour dinner with him that felt like 2 days long.
No, was he high as a kite or what?
He was a little high. He was drinking a lot, and we were trying. It was still like nobody
knew.
He was
drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
What was he drinking?
He was drinking margaritas in Mexico. So
he was. He was drinking margaritas.
Yeah.
He usually was drinking.
No,
whiskey.
No, it was like margaritas and
bloody beers. Bloody beers.
No.
Okay.
No, it was mostly cocktails and things like that. But the problem was like we were still pretending. Nobody knew that he had relapsed, so he was being dishonest about it. Yeah, it was like that month where like nobody knew. And we had live shows there with Tom Segura, with Jim Jeffries, and we were trying to shoot a podcast there in Mexico. We did one in the bathtub. It was a hard. It was hard. Time.
Now, was he all there?
Yeah, I think he has an ability to like disconnect and perform. And he knows when the lights are on, and then. But we had to chase him around. We tried to trick him into not drinking, and it didn't work out well.
Yeah.
We would talk to the waiters, and then he would be mad at us. It was hard. So nobody else was drinking, Andrew or me, but he was drinking a lot. So anyway, that's the kind of like the biggest tension thing that we had. In these years. Then in terms of like quick fights, that happens all the time because one of them is cranky and comes up with that energy.
Yeah.
But immediately, and sometimes you can see it on the show, like, you see that someone is in a bad mood, the other one is challenging that, and immediately you see that the lights are on, the cameras are rolling, they are able to turn it around.
Does Andrew Santino drink whiskey? Ginger, right?
He drinks whiskey, but
I'm not saying I'm not supporting this, but I just thought of a crazy idea, if my brother was still drinking and doing the weed thing. Yeah, like, how Sister Bros do challenges?
Yeah.
Dude, that would have been a crazy podcast.
Yeah, I don't think I want to promote
dude,
that.
check this out. If they were, like your setup?
Yeah.
Dude, if they had like a whole competition, like, oh yeah, and then they're just doing shots.
I like Healthy Bobby. I think he's more fun.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like Crazy Bob?
I don't mind. I think he's crazy enough on sober.
He's a pretty sneaky dude, huh? Like, he kind of duped you a little bit, huh?
Yes.
Did he say, "Dude, I'm good, man. Come on, I'm gonna get Magnum PI."
Exactly. Yeah. He's really, really good at this stuff.
How do you deal with? Because I know him. I've grew up with him. Right. How do you deal with both? Because they have these personalities,
Yeah, I feel like they both have strengths and weaknesses. Like I think Bobby comes up with this persona. People love him. He can turn it on really. at any moment. And Andrew is more like he likes to prepare and work more. Like so, like he's more logistics. Bobby doesn't care about anything.
Yeah.
He just calls me. What time do I have to be there? Or like I'll call him to tell him, and that's all he needs to know. Well, with Andrew, he'll say, "Hey, we want to talk about this, or let's prepare some beats, or let's."
Is there jealousy or an envy between the two?
I think there's a healthy competition. I think they both look at each
Let's
other
be
and
real
see,
about
like,
it. Be real. Yeah. So there is a little bit of because in that world,
right.
Oh, I just booked this movie. Yeah. Oh, I didn't
think
get this movie. You know what I
they're
mean?
both pretty big. I think like Andrew's doing a lot of stuff now.
Well,
but
he's
Bobby
doing movies now.
He's doing movies now.
So is
but
Bob jealous a little bit?
if you want me to say yes, I think he's a little jealous, but he doesn't care enough. I think because he has so much stuff going on for him.
Is it warfare with him all the time? There's warfare in his mind,
I think he has warfare with everybody. He doesn't. It fuels him. When someone else is more successful than him or doing something that he doesn't, that fuels him. So he works harder to get
No. But let's get more specific.
Okay.
If it's an Asian guy.
He's an
No. If it's another Asian guy being successful.
Oh yeah, he hates all the Asian successful guys.
That eats him up alive.
Yeah.
That's
He's
just
the OG.
a nightmare to him, right?
Yeah.
How do we get him to change that attitude? Like there's room for everyone to succeed.
Honestly, I think that's a lost battle. I don't think he's gonna change that. I think he takes that in and says, "Okay, let me show people."
You think
what
that's
I
a
can
healthy attitude?
I don't know if it's healthy, but it helps him to
now,
improve.
Do you think when they book this, because these are all exterior materialistic things of the world, right?
Yeah.
But it's on the spiritual tip. Do you think that there's a never-ending thing there, right?
Never ending.
I mean, let's play this out. Let's say Andrew books a future Christopher Nolan movie where he's like a huge character, right?
Yeah.
And Bob is like, dude, I booked a Tarantino movie, right? Or something like or some big director.
I think even if there was just, both are gonna be always unsatisfied. There's never big enough.
That's my point,
There's
dude.
never.
Yeah. So
because like everybody wants to make a movie, then you make a movie and the movie wasn't successful enough or was not good enough or small. I mean, they make really bad movies.
Wait, dude, you can't say that on here. You can't. What are you doing, man?
I know. So, but one day.
So, you just said that on the camera, man.
They know. I tell them directly.
You tell them that you do shit movies.
Yeah, they do shit movies. I have done shit movies too.
Okay, how do you distinguish a shit movie then, man?
Look, it's very difficult to make any movie. Even the bad ones are really difficult to make.
That's even worse, isn't it?
And you put the same amount of effort.
Might as well do no movies than a shit movie.
There's something there. There's nothing like making a movie.
Because shit is shit.
But one day they'll make great movies.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So even the things they're doing, they're just so. Let's say they were to do a good movie.
Yes.
Like a real
yes.
notable director.
Right.
I'm talking about the David Finchers, the Nolans, the Tarantino, whatever.
Right.
Do you think that would satisfy their soul?
I think that would put them in a path to say, oh, now that I'm here, now I can be this type of actor. Let me get more,
That feeds not only your ego, but your pride and where you stand on the the mountain of Hollywood, right?
The thing that I see with them is that they work really hard. So it's like they get that and like Andrew does his special. Next day, he's coming out with new material because he needs more material for his new stand-up. He cannot use that anymore. So they're always writing. They're always performing. They're always, they do shows, movies, the podcasts, and a million podcasts. So they're always working. And I think that they have that drive.
Do you think it's a healthy drive? Because, to a certain point financially, right? They say if you make past 8 or 9 million or whatever, you're good.
Yeah, I'm also, there is this Hollywood idea that, when you are working, you should work as much as you can because that could be just a phase and then you stop working.
Because it's their day in the sun.
Right. And you see with their careers, even Bobby, right? Like he has this success, then there's a period where nothing's happening. Now suddenly you're back up. So then you want to ride that wave.
Unsatisfied soul.
but it's gonna be like that.
You know what needs to
Already
happen?
sound like that.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He ain't no spring chicken.
Yeah.
He's getting up there, Mr. Miyagi status soon. And I
Yeah.
told him, didn't I say I'm bad friends? You got a couple years ahead of you. Enjoy it now. But you
hopefully
know
a
what
little
needs
more.
to hopefully a little bit more.
Yeah.
He needs to watch his, because
His
you know
diet.
with money, he's eating steak and Korean barbecue. He's eating the good stuff. Okay.
Right.
We need to strip him of all those materialistic things, my friend.
Yeah, he needs
So-
to be a hermit.
Well, look where I live.
Yeah,
You know what needs to happen?
you guys need to switch places.
Have you exactly like Freaky Friday,
Right,
Or,
right.
or
For-
vice
for a-
versa
for a week.
Yeah, that would be that would
That's
make
a show, right?
Yeah, that's a
We
show.
can-
Can you produce that?
I can produce that.
Okay, are you into that?
I'm in. Absolutely.
How about this? For a month, he has to live here
Yeah.
with leaks, rain leaks,
Right.
just this room, and I move to the house on the hills.
What about her?
Her?
Is she
Oh
moving
no,
with-
she's moving with me to
Okay.
to the house.
Okay.
And we're gonna be going to the jacuzzi, all that, and the pool.
Right.
We're doing all that.
I think it's an easy sell. I think he'll love that.
He wouldn't be able to, dude. Do you know? He's like, dude, this is all you have to eat,
Right.
canned soup. But this is the thing: how great of a reality show would that be?
That'll be awesome.
Will you produce that? How do we
yeah.
pitch this show?
I think it's so easy. I'll pitch it. I think he'll say no, but I'll pitch it.
Oh, what about this aspect? That goes. I drive his car.
Right. I mean, that I think he'll be okay with it because nobody can drive worse
He has
than
to take public transportation.
Oh.
I'm talking
I
the
think he'll
704,
Uber. He'll
the
Uber.
Metro Red Line.
I don't think he's ever been to the in
What?
the metro.
No, that's a part of the deal. That's a part of the deal.
Oh, I see.
Do you think a network will be interested in that?
Yes,
Because I
yes.
know, hey man, he's pitching all this stuff. I'm his brother. I
Right.
want a little bit of sunshine too, bro.
Yes.
I eat Campbell soup. Can I get a little? A little bit.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
think
how
even
do you-
if a network doesn't pick it up, we could make it as a YouTube show.
So Adult Swim, Vice, ABC, NBC, the Lee Brothers, Gone Wild.
Yeah.
Where they switch roles. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if
Let's do it.
okay, let me do another hypothetical. We're getting down the last 13, 14 minutes. I know, you got to get back.
No worries.
What if when does Andrew finish filming in Australia right now? Is he
In
there for
March.
Okay. So
Couple-
somewhere in March, right? The first week.
Yeah.
You hear
I think
on
that-
the new there's
I
a
think
new
the
story.
Second week. he's
Yeah,
coming
second
back.
week. Oh, but he doesn't make it back. There's a new story.
Okay.
Andrew Santino, he gets in
Dies in a plane.
he dies
crash.
on the Qantas airline
Right.
4917, the flight.
Yeah.
He's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do then?
I'll call you.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
No,
You-
seriously. No, seriously.
Yeah. I when I talked to Andrew, I said, look, if you die,
Yeah.
this chair goes to Stevie, and he said, okay.
Do you have a car?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't even have a car, dude. I'm looking now
Right.
because I finally.
Do you
I'm
know how to
frugal.
drive?
Ouch! Timestamp that. I do, but I'm looking now, right?
Right.
I'm looking into a Ford EcoSport, something like nothing fancy.
Yeah.
But it took me this long just to save enough for like a shitty car.
Okay.
So I just want a little sunshine too, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think the numbers would just
On that show?
explosion?
Yes, definitely.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That would be. What's your average on Bad Friends? 500,000 an episode
Per week? Per episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually in the first week we get, right now it's almost 1 million between audio and video. Pretty good.
I know y'all are making some buku Dolores in there, right?
They do.
Oh, they're skimping you.
No. They're the stars.
Wow, but dude, you do a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Yeah.
to renegotiate with these guys,
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
because
well-
they don't need more money. That's the thing. When you're rich, because I know my brother's got millions, Andrew's got millions. They got millions, right? They got millions, right?
I don't know. I mean,
Oh, you know, bro. Where's my brother's house? On a hill somewhere?
on a hill somewhere.
Exactly. On a hill somewhere. Okay. Where do you live? On a hill somewhere?
No. the bottom of the hill.
I'm trying to get you on the hill too, brother.
Okay.
Okay, so goes out to Santino and my brother.
Okay, Santino, if you're watching this and you die,
Up his
we'll
pay.
be up there.
Because you got, okay, let's end it with this. I want to know all of your responsibilities, all the work that you do put into Bad Friends. Go ahead.
Oof, I do a lot of stuff. I record, edit, upload.
You edit
Yeah.
Adobe Premiere?
Yeah. We do premiere with all of our shows and audition.
Keep going.
And honestly, I help them with. We usually have bits prepared for them. When they need them. Usually
That's work. That's work.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And then we help them with all the logistics. Basically, we are the producers. And for a show like that, some shows don't have producers, but in our case, we're trying to make their lives easy. That's our job, is to make sure that everything is ready for them to do their job
And
the best of the possibility.
don't you book the guests?
Yeah, we book the guests, we schedule the show.
And then when you edit, that's time consuming because it's not like with there's no editing in my show.
Right.
How long does it take you? Be honest. How long does it take you to edit one full episode of Bad Friends?
I'm a little nerdy, come from like traditional media and film and all that, so I edit a lot. So we usually shoot around 2 hours to a little bit over 2 hours, and then the show is 70 minutes. So I take all
70 minutes?
Yeah. Like
okay.
An hour and 10. Something
Okay,
like that.
Gotcha.
So, and I take all the other stuff out, not because, usually it's like things that I find that are a little slow, or, to make the show a little snappier. But that's just my taste. So, like, it doesn't need to be that edited. But yes, we have also 6 cameras around.
Yeah. Why 6?
We added more and more and more as the show went on, So
you guys got the good Lumix.
We got and we got the the producers.
I'm peeping game, brother. Yeah. I know what you guys are doing. The good Lumixes, right?
The good Lumixes.
Do you guys got special lenses on those or what?
To be honest, look, Bad Friends is not shot with the best equipment. If you see Trash Tuesday, with that show, it's all black magic. It has a great look.
That's not necessarily a better camera, depending on, because a lot of the colorization on that camera.
Yeah, but it gets, if you see our setup for Trash Tuesday, is great. So you don't need great equipment to make a good show.
Yeah, it's the editing.
Because
you could color correct on Adobe Premiere
first. I think that's number one. Then I think the editing adds a little bit of it.
Now, because this has happened to me, and this is something that happens if you're over 100 episodes on anything, you're editing it on your own.
Yeah.
Have you had this happen where you film the whole episode and you notice, oh no, the audio recorder didn't record?
That does not happen to me. That is the
What do you mean that hasn't happened?
That doesn't happen to me because that is my job. If that happens to me, I will be in deep
Okay,
trouble.
let's play it out.
You can.
Let's play that out.
Yes.
Let's say it was one of the best Bad Friends episodes.
And I didn't record
No. Not only that, this is the Jim Carrey episode.
Yeah. And I was so
this is a Jim Carrey episode. The Lumexes, you have the memory cards in there. Everything's good, right? Your focus, good focus. Memory's good. The powered up, everything's good.
Yeah.
But the recording didn't record on the Zoom or whatever outlet, whatever interface you're using. Didn't record the audio.
The audio.
How do you work around that?
If the cameras were rolling, the cameras are rolling with audio. It's bad audio, but I will release that episode.
See, you passed the test.
But
you passed the test.
We also Bad Friends, because I'm paranoid. I have a lot of backups, so we have
how many? Wait. You have audio backups?
Yeah, I have 2 audio backups and two.
Wait, what do you got? Zoom recorders or what do you got?
We have an F8N records the main show, and then we have an extra on the switcher on the black.
Oh, so you have a board. So you guys got the fancy shit.
Yeah. We
got so you just in case one doesn't record, because that's is that a fear of yours?
Yes. Any technical thing that goes wrong is on me. So, and I have made mistakes, obviously.
Okay, this is fun for me. This exercise is fun. Mm-hmm. What would Bob or Andrew say when something like that? Let's say it happened. How would you? Let's say I'm Bob, because I look like he's my brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Bob, and then let's just play this out. Oh, dude, that one of our best episodes, bro. Dude. What's wrong? What's going on?
George fucked up.
Wait, hold up. Slow down. What happened?
So he forgot to record the audio.
What does that
So
mean? What does that mean?
I'm trying to figure it out. I think I'll be able to save something here.
Wait. Hold up. You're scared. What happened? What's going on?
So I think he was in charge of the audio. He got Jim Carrey was here. He's a huge fan.
But George is not even here. You and Stan were here. What's going on?
Oh yeah, sorry. It was who was here?
What the other guy?
The other
guy. I don't even know his
Is
name.
the other guy's
I
fault.
only have 5 minutes. Like, you better, dude.
Yeah, Pete.
Can you fix it?
I'll fix it.
Fix that shit.
Yeah, I'll fix it. With Bobby, it'll be like something like that. I will
Well,
throw someone else under the bus.
How would
for
Andrew
sure.
respond to you?
Look, if I'm 100% honest, I think they would be disappointed, but they wouldn't bite my head off because, we've been doing it for so long. And I have made mistakes. For example, there was one episode where in a moment I click my camera on and for 10 minutes the camera is on me when I'm doing nothing but just looking at them and they're just having the show and the camera's on me all the time.
The whole time?
The whole time.
Now, editing wise, how did you fix that?
No, that went into the world. Once it's done, it's done. I mean,
wait. What do you mean? There's no way of fixing that? I thought you had 6 cameras, my man.
Right. No, I'm saying like while editing, I could fix it, but this was an error like editing.
There's
so
no cameras pointed on them.
No, there were cameras pointed at them. It's just I didn't click on them.
You didn't click on them.
The final in the episode that went up, that camera was on me, so it was a lot of we made it into a bit. Everything we do, I usually, because it's a comedy podcast, any mistake, we usually try, then I got fired the next time on
that's
set.
when that happened?
So, yeah.
You made it into a bit.
We made it into a bit just to be playful.
How long were the cameras on you?
It was like a full 10 minutes of like...
Oh, it was only 10 minutes?
Yeah, but it's like me doing nothing by just like looking at the monitor.
But that kind of is funny, though. It's a funny
thing.
thing.
So it became like an accidental...
Were they mindful about that mistake happening?
Were they upset, you mean?
Like, were they open-minded? Were they don't worry about it? Yeah.
Usually they're like that with me.
What would be an unforgivable sin in the podcasting production producer world? Unforgivable.
I think betraying their trust.
Give me an example of that.
So let's say there is something off the record that is being said or discussed. It could be business, it could be personal, it could be a lot of those
and you
things.
let it air.
And airing something like that, like on purpose.
On purpose. Okay, so
I have my blackmail
do you have
list
a list
of clips?
But do you have
when I get fired sometimes
but do you have a list of things that do nots in production?
No, I mean, we do have a lot of technical do nots, to make it sure that the podcast goes well. In terms of the content for them, usually this is what we do. We let them run as wild and free as possible. And then in the editing, I look at it and say, hey, this joke was just for the room. It wasn't, it's just they're making fun and out of context might not be perceived well. So I'm going to cut it out.
One last thing. Yeah. How do you deal with the demonetization thing on YouTube where...
Right.
Yeah, where if they're like cussing too much and... Because Scissor Bros, we get flagged every other week with our,
It's been a painful learning process. Usually we might get one demonetization per every 3 months or something.
Do you dispute it on the YouTube thing?
And most of the times we do win. There is sometimes because, for example, if you're doing a jerking off motion with your hand, YouTube will demonetize you.
How do they catch that?
The algorithm is so good these days. So what I didn't know that until I talked to someone.
And how do these other people find that out? Do they know someone at YouTube or something?
Who? No, the algorithm catches that out.
So we're not going to do it now. Don't do that. Right,
I'm not going to do it. So when I see it, and they do it a lot, and the problem.
Wait, my brother does it a lot.
Your brother and
has
he
done that on camera where
yeah. So what
where he's really tugging on it.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Oh no. This is just a bit.
This is
a comedy bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a bit. If someone does that motion, it gets demonetized. So every time that something like that happens, I cut to a different shot, Now that I know that is a thing.
Can they do it under because the tables are low?
Yes, that's only what you
Can they do it under the table and have a contest to see who could do it faster?
Yes.
You could.
Yeah.
Can you show that? See, I'm on to something though, right?
Yes. You can,
So
you can show that.
so they're both. I don't want to do the motion. I don't
Don't
want
do
to do
the
the
motion
motion.
because
Okay,
you'll
so
get
let's
the
just
most
use your
points.
imagination. Would Andrew be open to that though? Bob would. I don't know if Andrew would.
To be honest, Bobby doesn't love the bits. I think he goes along with them, especially when
Yeah.
you're there.
Were you surprised that he twerked with me and
I
Jonathan?
was not surprised. I was
Because he stuck it out. Like he went.
When he does it, I
Yeah.
know Bobby's the fearless, the most fearless
Yeah.
person I know.
And then, dude, we're already made an hour. But one last question. This is the last one.
Yeah.
When you saw my thick ass, what'd you think?
I felt pretty good. I think I
Like, be honest.
I-
Like, dude, is it?
I was with Peter. You got the number one.
Did you were you
Korean
surprised?
butt?
Were you surprised how bubbly it was?
Yeah, and jelly.
Yeah. Was there jelly? Really?
Jelly and bubbly. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you impressed at all?
I'm very impressed. Yeah.
Like, if you didn't know I was a man
Yes.
and you saw me at a club and I had a wig
I
on,
will definitely twerk with you.
but you would be like, damn,
That's a good ass.
that's a good ass.
Yeah. Definitely.
Thank you. I think that's a good place to end.
Okay.
Don't you think that? Okay,
That's a
so
perfect
now,
way to end.
so now, thank you for showing up, bro. And I'm
problem.
telling you, dude, let me fill in. I'm your man. Because I know how hard it is to fill in
Right.
guests.
Yes.
Dude, hit me up, bro.
You're the
Hit
first
me
number
up.
in my
I'll Uber.
my
I'll be
list.
there in like whatever. I'll Uber right there.
Awesome.
How about this? When Andrew gets back
Yeah.
from his movie,
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit him up.
You do that. Tell me how it goes.
Do you think? Because
Yeah.
do you think how does he know the numbers on the Korean episode now?
Yeah, but I'm
And
gonna be
but
honest.
go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. The numbers on the Korean episodes are great, but the numbers in the non-Korean episodes are better.
What? So
Yeah.
it was polarizing.
No, it's not polarizing. I just think like the show is the two of them, and
This is why. This is why. Can I tell you the reasons
yeah,
why?
tell me.
Because like the first thing, the obvious thing, it's like this ain't Andrew and
Right.
Bob.
Mhm.
Who are these guys? Oh, that's his brother.
It is great.
Oh, this is an all Korean episode.
No, it's doing great. It's doing great.
Yeah, but you know how polarizing something like that could be, right?
It's
Yeah.
like people are tuning in for that thing, and then
Yeah,
when
and
you
they don't get
them-
it,
and
and-
sometimes they don't get it, and they get really mad.
All right, so something. Okay, this is a better example as far as analogies.
Yeah,
When it's not Andrew and Bob and it's something else, is it doing better than like?
no, it's always better when it's Andrew and Bob.
No, but when it's not, let's say it's someone else other than Andrew and Bob. It's Bob and some other guest, or it's Bob solo, or is it doing pretty good numbers?
Compared to the Korean episode.
Well, no.
Or just-
yeah,
no,
yeah. If it's not your typical,
Right. So I think it always does pretty well when
Mhm.
it's Andrew, Bobby, and a bigger and a big co-host.
okay. Let's say it's Bobby and Eric Griffin.
Yeah.
How well is the Korean episode do comparatively to that?
I think it'll be
The
in
same.
the same realm.
It's in the same realm.
Yeah. Probably the Korean episode a little better.
That's what I want to hear, dude. Just that's all I was looking for that. I
Right.
was just looking for that.
Right.
Okay, now's the time. Let's plug your workshop again and your social media if you want to
Yeah.
Bad Friends or yeah.
Bad Friends, if you guys don't know what Bad Friends is,
Well,
check
they
us out
know.
on Mondays at 9 a.m. I'm doing my own show. It's a special show, secret, coming out in like a few months.
Can we
So-
plug that or
Yeah, it's called SOS VHS, and it's a show about movies with big guests who come and
I
talk
love
about
that.
their favorite movies.
Yeah.
and it's a deep interview.
are you?
Like-
How vast is your cinema movie knowledge?
Pretty good, I would say.
Do you like
pretty
Todd
vast.
Solondz at all?
Yeah, love
So Happiness or Welcome to the Dollhouse?
Happiness. Love that movie.
You know your shit.
Yeah,
You
love
know your
that movie.
shit.
Movies is my passion. So
Yeah.
and because I'm in this game now of podcasting, I'm trying to mix those two
Right.
things.
So how
It's
do
gonna
they
be-
tune into that?
So in a few months, I'll try to
Yeah.
plug it in, but on 7x.net you can check it out. I would say a couple months.
Can I
it'll be
challenge you
ready.
again for a movie question?
Yeah,
One that,
yeah.
your favorite Gus Van Sant movie?
My favorite Gus
Gus Van
movie.
Sant.
I think I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but Elephant was the one that had a huge impact on me when growing up.
Why? Because it was so
It was so real.
real,
about
like the Columbine. Like you felt like this is how it went down at Columbine.
Right. Yeah. It is a little more on the depressing side, but I thought it was impressionistic. It wasn't like your typical Hollywood movie. You know, if not, I would say something more fun, like, you know, Good Will Hunting or something is fun.
Yeah.
But that movie really like stayed with me.
Dude, you know your. I'm gonna test you one last time because I like everything in threes.
Okay.
Favorite Coen Brothers movie? Go ahead.
Oh, it's a split, but Fargo is my favorite.
I knew you were gonna say,
Fargo is my
dude,
favorite.
you're like, you should live in here with me.
Yeah, Fargo
Yeah,
is my favorite,
Fargo.
but, like, I love Big Lebowski too.
Okay.
But
Raising Arizona?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, there's no bad Coen Brothers movie. Even their bad movies are like pretty good movies from any other director.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you enjoy the Korean man in that movie, Fargo? Did you enjoy that, man?
Not as much as I would have enjoyed if you or Bobby were in there.
No, we couldn't. That guy, dude, that guy's the OG. He was in Living Color.
Right.
Stephen Park.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephen Park, the OG of OGs. Before all these new, you know.
Right.
He's the OG of OGs.
OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's plug your show. Yeah, let's plug that again.
Go to 7x.net. In a couple months, you'll get to see SOS VHS also on our YouTube channel. YouTube at 7x. Then my Instagram is FancyB1.
Fancy B1.
Apparently there was another.
Thanks for
Fancy
following
B.
me back. Finally, it took you 10 years, but thanks.
To be honest, I did.
It took you 10 years. I was hurt, man.
I created that account just for
Woo!
work.
Yeah,
and
okay.
I wasn't following you. You see
Okay,
how many
okay.
people
No,
I follow.
I know.
I only follow the people who come through Bad Friends.
But it does.
Yes.
I did notice it, and I was waiting, brother. I was waiting. But thank you. It finally happened. Tune in to Bad Friends when does that? Every Monday?
Monday, 9 a.m. Yeah, and follow all of our shows at 7x.net.
Yeah. You guys are killing the game, you know?
Yeah.
Killing the game. Thanks for coming through, man. And man, maybe next time, and when you're not so busy, we could discuss films. Cause me and my girlfriend we just cleaned out my closet. I have how many bins, babe? 5 bins just filled with
DVDs.
I mean, just right here. Hold on, let me just show you an example.
I threw away like
just
2,000 VHS tapes.
I mean, just here. Look.
Yeah.
Higher Learning. Have you seen Legend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Star Wars.
We are
Have you seen this
Ridley Scott.
documentary, My kid that could paint.
Yep.
In the realms of the unreal, the mystery of Henry Darger.
No, I don't.
Have you seen this? How's your news?
No. I don't
Oh,
think I've seen
you're
this.
missing out on life,
You
my
caught
friend.
me.
How's your news?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mr. Destiny,
Yeah.
Lost Boys.
You're still like using DVDs?
Well, no, I'm on. No.
Is that how you're
They're
gonna
in my
convince
closet.
Bobby to switch with you?
No. I this is back in the early 2000s. That's when the iTunes and iMovie, all that, no Netflix and all that.
Right.
That's the way. But what people don't know, that's the way you had to watch movies. Is go to a movie place and buy.
Yeah, I think people. Are
Yeah,
familiar
people
with
know that.
Yeah.
People know that. Thanks for tuning in to another great episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. Definitely tune in to Bad Friends every Monday. If you want to help support, tune in to Scissor Bros podcast. Those episodes drop every Friday at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to help support this platform, go to patreon.com/SteebeeWeebee. I do a bonus audio diary log only on that. Every week I do a whole separate thing, okay? Scissor Bros Patreon too, patreon.com/Scissor Bros. I'm working on a new music album. I'll keep you all posted on that. I'm going to post it on probably just my Bandcamp. So bear with me. If you want to send any packages, send all your stuff to 1425 North Cherokee Avenue, P.O. Box 1391, LA, California 90093. Dude, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, boy or girl?
Girl.
Congratulations, dude. You're gonna be a great father.
Thank you.